buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues. But the car's stuck. No! Start your search at adamm.com.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your vision to life at AmazonBusiness.com. Built Right Furniture, Leather, and Mattress. Traffic is sponsored by Hair Construction. If your home has a septic or mound system, you're invited. Join Hair Construction for a free seminar on keeping it working right. Visit HerrCorp.com for details.
The crew are out in Colorado to hit that Rocky Mountain high. Once you pitch high fly ball, left field, inside the ball, gone! Jackson Trail! Our Brewers Rockies coverage starts tonight at 7:05 on your home for the Milwaukee Brewers. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 5 o'clock. I'm John Mercure. Your top story, putting pen to paper to expand coal production.
I'm Julia Fellow. Less violent crimes committed in Milwaukee. I'm Debbie Lazago. We do have delays southbound 43 from just about Burleigh all the way down through the Marquette and over the high rise. Northbound side, South Bookends. We're seeing delays over the high rise bridge through the Marquette up towards Keith. Westbound 94 heavy out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. For the eastbound side, hitting the brakes just east of 92nd Street. Does not really let up until you get closer to 27th Street. And 41 southbound heavy from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Tonight, increasing clouds, low 31. Tomorrow, rain, snow mix, a high of 41. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, President Trump signing moments ago an executive order to expand coal production. At a White House event, the president said the coal industry had been attacked for no reason.
With modern technology and all of the other things that we do, it's one of the great forms of energy. That's why other countries, leading countries, are using it some exclusively.
The Department of Energy says coal-fired electricity has become, quote, cleaner than ever, but the fossil fuel is still responsible for greenhouse gas emissions and environmental pollution.
Wall Street saw another wild day today. For a second day in a row, the major indexes saw a big gain in the morning that were wiped out by the end of the day. ABC's Alexis Christoforous.
A lot of the analysts I spoke to said they'd be surprised if we were able to hold on to those gains, because the volatility is going to stick around as long as we just don't know the end game of these tariffs. And this could be a long, protracted situation when you're talking about the administration trying to negotiate with dozens and dozens of countries. This is going to take a while.
Investors now bracing for what President Trump calls reciprocal tariffs on countries that retaliate against the first round of U.S. tariffs.
Tariffs are raising concerns for Wisconsin's U.S. senators. TMJ4 Chief Political Reporter Charles Benson tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News how both Senators Ron Johnson and Tammy Baldwin have reacted so far with the tariffs imposed by President Trump.
Is there an overreach? Where are you going with this? What's the end game here in terms of where does the president want to take this? And I think for Senator Tammy Baldwin is that the reaction has already been too much and too concerning for not only dairy farmers, but for manufacturing.
And Senator Johnson is warning of collateral damage for consumers.
In Milwaukee, Police Chief Jeffrey Norman detailing the crime data from the first few months of this year.
Part 1 crime is down 12%. Non-fatal shootings decreased 15%. Carjackings decreased 12%. These are good trends. They should be recognized.
Part 1 crimes are forms of violent crimes like aggravated assault, arson, carjacking. The most alarming trends for the slight increase in homicides and a 50% increase in human trafficking compared to last year.
The CEO of Harley-Davidson announcing today his plans to retire.
Jochen Seitz is leaving after 5 years with Harley-Davidson. He's 62 years old. He'll remain at the helm until Harley's board identifies his successor. Seitz started in 2020. He owned a condo here but lived in New Mexico. Seitz leaves at a challenging time for the company. Harley had a net loss of $117 million in Q4, and it also now faces tariffs on both aluminum and steel. Eric Bilstead, WTMJ News.
Coming up, a resurfaced voice recording from 1955.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 5:04.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, Steve Speedy. I've been on this weight loss journey for about 10 weeks now, currently in the maintenance phase. Hit my goal, 35 pounds. Reached my weight loss goal easy, fast, safely, and I'm going to continue working with the wonderful team at Milwaukee Weight Loss.
Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. That's up to a pound per day. Schedule your free consultation by calling 262-449-1180 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
If you love authentic Mexican food, I urge you to visit the Mine Chef restaurant in Hartford today for the Tuesday all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet. WTMJ's John Mercure here. It's incredible. It's all your favorite Mexican, and it's just $9.99. That's right, $9.99. Shut the front door. Desserts are buy one, get one free, and kids and grandkids under 5 eat free. From the kids menu today, free. It's the best Tuesday dining value anywhere. Bring in your team, your hardworking employees, your key clients, your beautiful family. Check out the Mexican buffet. They will love it. The Wednesday all-you-can-eat fish fry is $7.99, a crazy low price. The Mine Chef breakfast skillets, omelets, and pancakes are huge. Most are $8.99 or less, serving from 7 a.m. Try the Tuesday all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet for $9.99. The Mine Chef in beautiful downtown Hartford, just off the interstate in Oshkosh, right near EAA. Walk on in. MineChefRestaurant.com, my place to go for big food and big fun. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 5:06.
A British woman has been reunited with a recording that she made in New York City 70 years ago.
This is 20-year-old Valerie Stannard in a voiceogram, as it was called, recorded on top of the Empire State Building in 1955 and mailed to her parents back in the UK. Fast forward to the present day when record dealer Joel Dia found the 78 record in a warehouse sale.
It was not just the voiceogram, but the envelope it came in.
He used Facebook to trace Valerie, now living in Vancouver.
It was a little bit frightening. As my daughter put it, I was sounding terribly Downton Abbey.
That daughter plans to meet up with Diaz when she and her husband visit the UK next year. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers begin a 6-game road trip tonight in Denver against the Rockies. Coverage begins at 7:05 on WTMJ. And Bucks forward Bobby Porter is expected to be back tonight when the Bucks play the Timberwolves at Fiserv Forum.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 5:07.
All right, tax tips are brought to you by the Neal Group. For less stress with the IRS, visit nealgroup.net.
Hi, this is Michelle Vasco, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. There are 5 filing statuses you can use when preparing your return: single, married filing jointly, married filing separately, head of household, and qualifying surviving spouse. Filing status is determined on December 31st of the tax filing year. Each case should be examined to determine the most appropriate status within the tax law. Often, couples in the middle of a divorce believe that they should file 2 returns, but that is not always the case. If the divorce is not final on December 31st, you are still considered married. But there may be a situation where married filing separately makes sense, even if filing jointly gives a lower tax amount. Head of household can be a confusing status. 2 unmarried adults living in the same home may each be able to claim head of household on their returns in certain circumstances. Tax preparers will get the best results for you when asking all of the right questions. For more information on this tip and other tax tips, go to nealgroup.net or stop in and see us.
Hi, this
this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group. I have a question for you business owners. How do your books look? Are they ready for your tax return to be prepared? Did you and your accountant talk during the year and develop a plan to minimize your tax bill? Or does this sound like you? You can never get a hold of your CPA. Phone calls are not returned and questions are never answered. Your books are a mess and the bank account hasn't been reconciled since last year. You don't get any advice to help you run your business. That's not the case with the Neal Group. We are advocates and partners with our clients to help them grow. We like to work with you throughout the year to keep your books up to date so you run your business profitably. Are you ready to grow your business, improve cash flow, have less stress, and live a better life? We can help. Call us at 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net to book a meeting and see if we can help. The first meeting is free. Don't wait. Do it now. That's 414-325-2040 or nealgroup.net.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
All right, so a headline I recently read said 79% of employees are disengaged at work. 79% are not happy with what's going on. Dennis Holland is the CEO of Quantum Connections. He's an expert in this area, and he joins us on the hotline. Dennis, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
That is such a big number. What are the major reasons for this lack of motivation?
Okay, you asked the right question, because 79% are disengaged, and the results also say that 76% say their managers' engagement levels affect their own, and that's where this story really comes together, John, is companies have been focused on engagement for more than a decade, so you might ask, why is disengagement at record highs? In our opinion, it's because we're focusing on the wrong thing. Engagement is only a symptom. And when large leaders like Gallup will come out and say more than 50% of employees say they disengage or leave it